Hello viewers, welcome to Views and Opinion on MCCPTV, where your voice matters. Nigeria is usually classified as a developing country. If the word developing is anything to come by, the Oxford Dictionary defines the word developing as growing and becoming more mature, advanced or elaborate. Nigeria has always proudly carried the title of a developing country since independence. Just in case you didn't know, countries that were in the same categories in the 70s and 80s included Brazil, China, India, Ghana, Rwanda, Zambia, and so on. But today, in this same list, Nigeria still falls very wanting. So on this episode of Views and Opinion, we want to examine in what category do you think we can classify Nigeria? Hear what the people have to say.
Nigeria is not developing. So to me, it doesn't even fall under the two. It is not developing. It's not under development or a developing country. Nigeria, if I'm to say, is 60 or maybe 58. But we have been hearing the same story. Nigeria from 19 era now for is about 200 and something. So maybe say 250. So just imagine, things are just getting tougher. The only place that we see this changes or this developing is part of industry, like the entertainment, the entertaining and all those things. But when it comes to our economy, it's not actually developing.
Basically, looking at the indices, we can actually say that Nigeria is developing. But how has the development really helped the citizens? It hasn't had a much larger impact on the whole country. It's kind of individual, and Nigeria should bridge the gap between individual performance and Nigerian performance. What's the Nigerian performance? We are poor, not like our individuals are poor. We are poor as a country. We need to bridge that gap by actually providing a platform for the youth to understand more and how they can engage in this building of our nation. Secondly, the government is performing poorly. It's a general impression on the government that their performance is poor. They should work on that, because right now I can tell of many other countries who know their dream. When you hear an American dream or the Kenyan dream or something, but do Nigerians have a dream? We cannot even start working on something we know nothing about. What's the purpose of a Nigerian? How many Nigerians wake up with a mindset of growth? And there should be platforms to actually change that thinking, that mindset that everything is fault, everything is totally a mess. That mindset needs to be bridged. We need to change it. And if we start by sensitizing people, giving them that purpose. If we can plant the purpose, then we can work on the development later. It will sprout out on its own. So the Nigerians don't even know who they are, what they are even aiming at. So development for us is an individual thing. Burna Boy got a Grammy. But that team, if another person is seeing that from some other country, would say, wow, Nigeria is big, but how has that impacted a larger number of Nigerians? We are 200 million, for God's sake, and one person doesn't define us. What defines us is a group.
Nothing is moving here. The unemployment, the cost of living is very high. A bag of rice is 20-something thousand. A bag of garri, 36,000. How will the poor man or woman afford it to train their children? Then you talk of unemployment. Even the Empower stuff they brought out, they are not paying them. You understand? So, and so many of our youth, they are indulging themselves in so many armed robbery, Yahoo, and all the rest. If in other country they are paying their youth, they are paying poor people, the ones that they cannot work. You understand? But here in our country, it's not like that. We don't even have common electricity. We pay for light, we don't have it. So the thing is getting out of hand, and so many people, you watch so many, if you're in social media, you know what is happening. Some are even committing suicide because of the way things is turning. If this country continue like this in next 5 years, what will be our fate? So the thing is too much.
The country is not moving forward, in the sense that we are not getting it right. Nothing is working here, especially the system is not working. We don't have the right leaders to lead this country very well. Despite all the enormous resources we have in this country, we are not harnessing it very well. We are not using it very well. There's only few people are enjoying this country, and few people felt that the country is in their palms, that everybody should go ahead. The poor masses can go to hell and go to blazes. The policies they make is only policies that will also enrich them, policies that will be good to them, policies that will not good to the poor masses they are ruling. So I think we will not have the right leaders that will not direct the affairs of this country. That's why the country is going astray currently. And Nigeria is not a developing country because we have not reached there yet. We should be in the not even the third world country. It should be in the fourth world country. We are still underdeveloped currently as it stands now. So I will not see Nigeria as a developing country.
Nigeria is an underdeveloping country.
Why do you say so?
Because I'm not seeing any good thing coming out from Nigeria, except if you have money in this country. That is only when you make it. And they will also give you your respect. But even despite the fact that you've been a graduate or undergraduate, as long as money speaks, they will give you your respect. And you know about how many graduates they've graduated from many universities, but yet there is no work. And some of them end up being a prostitute, some even doing Okada work. At the end of everything, nothing comes out.
If you get to see Nigeria through the tech factor, the educational sector, and all that, you come to realize, even in the industrialization sector, you come to realize that Nigeria is still underdeveloping, because there are some things like we students now we need in the university, where in our engineering researches that are all limited to us, which is not supposed to be. Like during the in abroad, students can carry out projects with the available resources, but here we don't have available resources to carry out most of our projects. I'm a final year student and I'm working on a project that is involved in an AI sector, but there's a software I need, which had it been if we have the available resources in the university, we can just build the system from the scratch. But see, we are purchasing it from an already made company, which is costing us much more. So these are not the things that we see in a developed country already, because if it is a developed country, all those time since we have been made available, maybe we can just go possess some of the stuffs we need, then couple the systems, and there we go. But from there, Nigeria is still underdeveloping because the management, the government, the educational sector, the industrial sector, they are all still coming up. So
For my own humble opinion, I'll tell you that Nigeria is an underdeveloping country, because like since I've grown up to this age right now, I've not seen anything seriously changing about Nigeria. Like a lot of things since I entered my school, and everything seemed to be the way it is like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I would say that the development is not visible. Even if Nigeria is developing, it's not visible. I don't know if it's because of the people in Nigeria or because of the Nigeria itself. I don't know. But Nigeria is an underdeveloping country.
Nigeria is one of the underdeveloped countries. They are underdeveloped country because setback has been a problem. Unemployment and so many things to talk of Nigeria. It's not to talk of one or two. But we are praying if God should help us and to move forward. But assistance now, Nigeria is nothing to talk of because we are still back. We claim because we are, even before the coming of Europeans, we are claimed to be developed. You understand? Up to how many years of independence of Nigeria? Since 1960.
We are the one to actually start, and our government should also help. Meaning, as I would say, you eat 50, we eat 50. This money, Nigeria has money. Like, Nigeria is blessed with everywhere, both from the north, the east, the west, the south. They are all blessed. We should look into all these things we have and improve it. That's where we can start from.
Let the government, let them do something, at least in terms of food and employing youth, paying old people, that are even paying pensioners, so they can from there and feed their children and take care of their needs.
We have a reform, so many reforms we need to do in this country for this country to move forward. Let's start with there's a conference during the immediate past administration. They did some conference, the kind of constitutional reform that they came up with so many things that will change the affairs of this country. But what happened? The incumbent administration just overlooked it and decided not to do anything about it. Let us start with, okay, we have an electoral reform that we need to adopt, but it's not working. Whereby a winner of any election that is being contested in this country is determined by the judiciary. And the judiciary are running to is not independent. They don't have autonomy. They're also being funded by the government. So how will you expect them to give you the right judgment you are looking for? Telling us that judiciary is the last hope of the common man. But that one is not the same in this country. So aside that, we have so many things. Workers are working, you will not pay them. We have with the principles of what would I call it? We have what we call a federal character principle, which is not being manifested as the way it's supposed to be. It's not been adopted in this country. You find out that so many appointments in this country are being lopsided. One section of the country, they have so many of those appointments, and they are the ones that have the security architecture of this country, which is not good. It's supposed to go evenly distributed to every other places. That is how it's supposed to be in this country. But it's not the same here. And nobody will talk. If you talk, one section of people felt that they own this country, they will do it the way they like, which is not supposed to be so.
It can be improved in different ways. If only our leaders will come together as one, that is only when Nigeria will be well developed.
Of course, there are ways to change things. Like when a country is not developing, there are a lot of ways that things can change. Number one is having a good governance. That's where the change starts from. Because any organization or a country that does not have good governance or does not have good ESCOs, they are not going anywhere. Nothing is going to change. Even if the members has ways or have suggestions on how the things can be changed, if the people in charge does not accept it, it's not going anywhere.
Get employment for the youth and fix those ones who have spent years in school, to fix them somewhere else so that at least they can be getting their daily bread.
Oh, Nigeria, my Nigeria, what an irony thou art. You may or may not agree with me on this one, but I really think we need to get back to nation building and core practical development. Remember to leave us your opinion in our comment section below. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube as displayed on the screen. For partnership and inquiries, contact us via our WhatsApp number. I am Chidima Obochi. Bye.